Hey, this is Mo, architect of Furlong. But I figured I'd check in every couple of days to give you guys the update of what I'm actually doing. So, nothing's in stone yet, but every couple of days, like 3-4 days, I'll drop something else. It would either be a tidbit of something that's happening in the city, or perhaps a factoid of something I thought up of the city. And every week or a few days, I will drop a little piece of a story. See, at the end of the day, I just love telling stories and such. In full disclosure, I just really like drawing, so if I can combine these two things in some sort of way, I'm going to try to figure out a way to do it. And if telling a story about the city of Furlong is going to allow me to get better at making my pictures, well, so be it. I'm going to try to do that too. I want to get like some of that Tim Bradstreet-ish accent here and see if I can't, up my skills in the time we're here. So the way that I devised this, it started with 4 words. Just 4 random words picked out of a hat. And from there, I decided to make a city from it. The 4 random words I just happened to pull out of nowhere were marriage, bald, television, ego. And after, just chilling out for like a routine eye test, I was like, okay, let's make something out of that. So from those 4 words, I realized that the city of Furlong was founded in, let's say, 1880. It's a southern town situated in an undefined southern area in America, kind of like anywhere America, like The Simpsons. It's like, is it in Springfield? What city? It started off as a farm town and went on to get popular doing horse racing. With the rise of the Kentucky Derby, Furlong could not compete as a racing hub of the South. So, about 1950, 2 rich families, for some reason, I don't know yet, wanted to merge into one family. One of the families made their money through gambling. That was the LaCroix family. The other family were media powerhouses called the Osterbergs. Because of the 2 families' big ego, neither one of them wanted to go to the other city that they lived in to complete this wedding merger. So they compromised and both came to Furlong, which was at that time in decline from racing. And now they were all bootleggers because they had the horse stuff and the racing stuff and the car stuff. And seeing they already had the equipment, they were just bootleggers at that time. And so when the 2 families took over, the city began to thrive again. And the 2 families kind of grew to retake that city. At the moment, the gambling family, the LaCroix, they pretty much died out. But the Osterbergs still have distant remnants of their family. The northwest half of the city is made up of sensationalism with gambling houses and, sensational things like the Vegas Strip. The south half of the city is the Osterberg side, which was claimed, and it was about more like invention and new media. Because of the schism between the families, the city feels disjointed, and it's like it's 2 halves of a city, like the invention side and the sensational side. Here's some landmarks. It's a 72-story building. That's the biggest building. And the top 20 floors has a gigantic television set, and that's called the LaCroix building. There's an inverted water concert hall that lays in the lake that is to the east. Yeah, to the east of the city. There's a space shuttle launch pad that is kind of to the southeast, kind of a ways off. There is a major studio. I think I've been calling it Formico Studio. What else? There's a mega church that is in the north half of the city, in the glitzy, Vegas-y part of the city. It's a mega church. And all throughout the city, on the periphery of the city, they call it the Fairway. And it is just a gigantic racetrack like expressway that goes all the way around the city, on the edges of the city. And underground, they have massive bootlegging tunnels. Okay, for now, that's pretty much all I got for like the actual landmarks of the city. As far as the supernatural side of the city, see, this is what I want to talk about. I'm gonna base most of the stuff that comes out of the city, like the majority of the stuff, off of World of Darkness lore. Like, so I'm not going like 100%, but I'm going pretty close. So, I mean, if I don't get it 100% right, well, I don't get it 100% right. But I'm going about as close as I can get. And also, I am making this around kind of Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu-esque stuff. So, those two things would be like the most inspiration. And kind of like the Fate system, the RPG, the Fate system. You know, so those are probably the three biggest influences, and I will be referencing them a lot. So hey, World of Darkness, work with me or come at me, either one. I mean, you're big enough to crush me, but you know, I mean, if anybody's gonna crush me, I'd rather it be you guys because I love y'all. So what I plan to do here with this channel, I plan to, like, I don't know, post like every 3 to 4 days, once a week. I have a story or whatnot, and it will be an ongoing story. I don't know how it's gonna work, but it's gonna be a story that keeps on going. That's all I know. Also, I probably do some AI thumbnails. I'm not like super into the idea of AI, but I do not have time to make all these pictures myself. But anyone I make, you're gonna be seeing me make. It'll be shittier than the AI pictures probably, but you know, I do my best. So I'm starting off with vampires because vampires are probably my favorite, like society type monsters. Back in the last edition of the World of Darkness game, I really was into Promethean, but that was so niche. Okay, here's what I got for the vampire so far in my head. In the beginning, when it was a farming town and racing, the Venture were kind of running stuff, but they're not anymore. And right now, after the two families took over, it became more of a Tremere town. Full disclosure, I mean, the Tremere aren't my favorite clan, but I want to do something with them because, you know, magic is scary, and have you seen them blood magic powers? Boy. So, the Tremere have kind of they were kind of on the LaCroix side of things, and they were running the city until about the late 80s. After which, the Camarilla stepped in, and they sent in the Banu Hakim to kind of chill them out. And after that, the Tremere and the Banu Hakim, who stayed here, are kind of at each other's throats. And that's kind of how the thing works out today. So here's some creepy stuff I want to have going on at like the LaCroix building, which is the super big building in the city. Like the city as itself, it has two major halves where it's a major city in the north, major city in the south. Like they have a business district and all. But I want to do something creepy with the media side, with the Osterberg. So I might like Cthulhu-ish them. I don't know. I'll think on that. Alright, here's some organizations I made up off the top of my head. The Tremere Sheriffs. I'm probably going to change that name. The Three Sisters. They're Banu Hakim. That were the top three people. The Tremere Dark Council that works with mages, supposedly. The Megachurch, who I haven't fleshed out yet, have something to do with the ministry. And I think they're super hidden. An organization called the Foggers that are just like internet trolls that kind of feed misinformation to everyone to deal with masquerade breaches. Alright, that's it for now. Oh yeah, and how did I come up with the name Furlong? I just asked my friend, what is a racing sounding name? And she said, Furlong. Thanks, Raven.